Happy Halloween. Here's a story about Revolutionary War General Anthony Wayne. Wayne has the unique distinction of being the only Pennsylvanian physically buried in two places. In addition, he was an American soldier, officer, and statesman during the Revolutionary War. His daring military exploits and fiery personality quickly earned him a promotion to brigadier general and the nickname Mad Anthony. George Washington considered Wayne to be one of the best tactical commanders and military strategists of the Revolution. Wayne was born on January 1, 1745 in Chester County. He received an excellent education and worked as a surveyor for Benjamin Franklin. When the Revolutionary War began, he assembled a militia and became the colonel of the 4th Regiment in Pennsylvania. Wayne aided Benedict Arnold and saved Washington troops from a massacre at the Battle of Brandywine in September 1777. After the war, Wayne briefly represented Georgia in the House of Representatives before returning to the Army to accept command of U.S. forces in the Northwest Indian War. There, he defeated the Western Confederacy, an alliance of several Native American tribes, at the 1794 Battle of Fallen Timbers. He also masterminded the Treaty of Greenville, which ended the war. 2 years later, Wayne died on December 15, 1796, at the fort in Erie while on active duty. Per his wishes, Wayne was buried 2 days after his death, wearing his uniform in a plain wooden coffin at the fort's blockhouse. The top of the coffin bore his initials, age, and the year of his death in brass tacks. Had it not been for a strange twist of fate, that would have been the end of Mad Anthony Wayne's story. For 13 years, Wayne remained undisturbed in a plain grave. However, there were those back east who thought his burial was not fitting for such a great war hero. And in 1809, Wayne's family decided to bring him home to rest in St. David's Church Cemetery near Valley Forge. When Wayne's son, Colonel Isaac Wayne, had the coffin open, everyone was shocked by its contents. Instead of a crumbling pile of bones, they found a body in a remarkably excellent state of preservation. Unfortunately, Isaac had come ill-prepared to move an entire body across the state. A local physician, Dr. James Wallace, had a remedy. He suggested they put Wayne's body in a large vat and boil it to separate the flesh from the bone. The general's flesh and clothing were reinterred beneath the blockhouse. Meanwhile, Isaac took his father's bones in the back of a wagon and made the long 400-mile journey across the state along what is now U.S. Route 322. Now, this may be hard to believe, but Pennsylvanian roads were even worse in the early 1800s. They were bumpy paths full of rocks, ruts, and tree stumps. When Isaac finally arrived at the gravesite and attempted to reassemble the skeleton, the family discovered, to their horror, that several of the bones were now missing. It appeared that some had fallen out of the wagon while making the long, arduous trip across the Commonwealth. Isaac was greatly distressed by this turn of events and regretted the decision to disinter his father for the rest of his life. After that, stories began to surface that every New Year's morning on General Mad Anthony Wayne's birthday, his ghost rises and begins the long journey on horseback from St. David's to Erie and back in search of his missing bones. People have even spotted him here in Lancaster County along Route 322. They insist that a man clad in colonial garb has been seen riding a horse and stopping as if searching for something.